Anyone who says pregnancy is not a disease has never ever been pregnant before, because this shit is hard. And I'm pregnant for the first time in my life, and it has been a crazy experience so far. These are five things that I definitely wish I had known before I let him come inside of me. So stay tuned and make sure that you get to know so that you can better prepare yourself before that big day comes. The first thing you should know before you get pregnant is that physically your life is going to change. Physically, your body is going to change. There's nothing that anyone could have told me to have prepared me for that. Okay. I'm talking about in the very first week, the very first 2 weeks, I could not eat anything at all. I'm throwing up all the time. The scent of everything is making me nauseous. I have no appetite, and yet you are very, 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 very hungry. I survived for like 2 weeks to almost a month on Sprite and cream crackers, and it was just like mind blowing. Obviously, because you're not eating, you're very weak. So I'm tired all the time. I'm sleepy all the time. I don't have energy to do anything whatsoever. And just a general feeling of like sickness. Like I just feel like I'm sick. Like, and it wasn't even like I could put my hand on this is paining me or that is paining me. All I just knew is that I just was feeling sick. It felt like malaria. I remember one dawn, I actually had to wake my guy up. It's like I'm freezing. This is like 5:30 a.m. I'm freezing, I'm shaking. I get all dressed up. We went to hospital to go do a couple of tests. This was shortly after we found out we're pregnant. The doctor is like, it's normal. I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, I cried so many nights when I'm like, I'm trying to give birth to a life. I'm doing a favor. Like, I need a Nobel Peace Prize for the work I'm doing here. I'm delivering souls. I'm delivering a life. I am procreating as God has asked me to procreate. Why am I being punished with sickness? It is kind of, it just, you just can't understand it. But then when I started to understand that this is a new um thing happening to my body, this is a new being that has come into my body, and my body needs to adjust. Okay, my body is making room for this new life that is growing inside me. It's new DNA and the genes and then the hormones and everything is happening. It's like even when you get sick, it's because there's a new bacteria, a new virus has entered your body, and this is new life entering your body. So your body needs to make room for it. Your body needs to adjust, and it's foreign to your body in the first, I guess, few months. So that's why normally the first trimester is very, very difficult. So the first thing to know is that your body is going to rebel against you. It is going to feel like the hardest thing that you have ever done. You're going to feel like you have malaria, typhoid, like you are dying. You're going to feel like you want to sleep on the bare floor. It is going to suck balls. The second thing that you should know before you get pregnant is that mentally, this is going to be one of the most confusing times in your life. Well, disclaimer, I guess this depends on how the baby came to be. Clearly, if you planned for this, you plan it with your partner and it happens, then you're very happy about it. For me, this wasn't a planned pregnancy. I'm happy about it right now, but it was not a planned pregnancy. So for those of you who know me, I'm Zakia Kungi. I'm a singer, I'm a performer, an actress. I do TV. I'm very career oriented. I'm very ambitious. And having a baby is not something that I've actually ever thought about in my life. I have to say, like, I've just, my life has always been about achieving, achieving, and achieving and going high in my career. I never really sat down. I'm not the kind of girl who would like plan the wedding or plan or want to get a bunch of kids. No, I like, it's like, okay, I love kids. I love kids. Like, I have nieces, two adorable, beautiful nieces, the most beautiful little girls in the world. I love them to bits, but personally, a baby wasn't actively in the plan. So when it happens, it was confusing, man. I'm like, how am I going to put this together with my career? Like, how am I going to move? Am I going to still be the superstar that I'm working towards being? Am I going to still be sexy? How is this baby going to affect my life? So it was mentally confusing. So when you have a baby, especially when you don't plan for it, it is very, very confusing because you're like, on the one hand, you're happy because you're fertile, you're a woman, it proves that you're a woman and you have done something very special because there's so many people who are paying tons of money to get IVF treatments, to get children, to adopt children, and you just got it just like that. So obviously, you're like, oh, superwoman. I got a baby. On the other hand, you're like, oh my God, I have a baby. Like, you have to be responsible for this human being for the rest of their life. It's not like when they're 18, they go off. You own this human being. Its life is in your hands, and you need to think about if you are up to the task. So, mentally, it's a tough place to be. And the third thing that I wish I had known before I got pregnant was that emotionally, it is a roller coaster. Like, and this is not even like the mental thing. The first one was physical, the second thing is mental, the third thing is emotional, and it's all due to the hormonal changes. There's a lot of estrogen, there's a lot of extra stuff going around in the body is working extra hard to grow your baby, to grow your placenta, to grow all the things that baby needs to grow, and that throws your emotions so out of balance. Like, I am crying so much, like I'll be doing dishes and like I just start crying. I'm waiting for my food to heat in the microwave and I just start crying. Like, I cry a lot. Like, when little things happen that normally I wouldn't cry over, I'm crying. And my guy is always asking me what's wrong. And it's sometimes you don't even know what's wrong. You're just crying. Yeah, just I become such a little baby myself. It's such a vulnerable time, and it's I've become. But I would say I like it emotionally because I feel very feminine right now. I've always been the go-getter kind. I think I have a lot of masculine energy, and that comes from just a lifetime of taking care of yourself, a lifetime of being driven. And now I just feel like a child. I feel like I'm a baby having a baby. Like, and because all I just want to do is cry and just have someone pat me on the head and be like, baby, what is wrong? And it's beautiful. The fourth thing I wish I knew before I got pregnant was acne. ACNE. Look at my face. But the acne thing, not everybody is gonna have it. Okay, it is hereditary. Like, my mom used to tell me, like, before this happened to me, that whenever like she was pregnant with any one of us, her kids, she would break out with acne on her face, on her chest, on her back, and I'm like, oh, I'm not. I'm blessed. Here I am, acne. Clearly, I'm my mother's daughter. No DNA test needed. My face is no. I do not recognize this face. Like, this is the first time in 6 weeks, guys, I have even powdered or touched my face because I'm breaking out so bad. I've got acne. It's coming on my chest. I've got a couple on my back. I've got a couple on my boobs, and I'm like, why? I'm giving you life. Why are you taking away my beauty? They do say if you have acne is probably a girl. But my mom had one girl and two boys, and she still had acne. So I don't think that theory is correct. So I'm struggling with acne, and a lot of people are gonna have acne. I have seen like Kiki Palmer, the actress, American actress. She had severe acne before she got pregnant, and after she had a baby and during the pregnancy, her face like cleared up massively. So I guess it depends. Maybe if you have it when you're pregnant, you don't have acne. If you don't have it when you're pregnant, you have acne. But baby, I am not one of those lucky people. But thing is that people still say I'm glowing. Okay, when people see me, they're like, "Oh my god, you're glowing. This shit looks good on you." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." So yeah, acne or not, I still look pretty good. And it's also helped me embrace like my natural face because I'm not wearing makeup. I just put on makeup for you guys, because you are here on YouTube using data to watch me. I gotta look good for y'all, okay? So acne is one of those things you need to watch out for when you're pregnant. The fifth thing that I wish I knew before I got pregnant is how much love I am gonna feel for this little human. I know you can't see the video of me rubbing my stomach, but like just so much love. Like after the physical difficulties and the mental and the emotional and all the acne, especially when I went for a scan, like last week. We've just finished our first trimester. So the first trimester is a bitch. It's gonna fucking kick your ass. But after that, that's when I think you start to appreciate what's happening to you. So we got a scan, and that's when like he looks like a baby, like a proper human being. Before he looked like an alien in there, and just seeing the head and the arms and the legs and the little butt and the back, and it's like I have never ever felt like this before. It was like wow, and just I felt this wave of love and protectiveness, and just like this is my thing. This is not a man that is going to divorce me or break up with me one day. This not even a parent that I have to share with other siblings or a friend that's going to leave me. This is my child. This, by the grace of God, is my little human who, even if you try to run away from him or her, they're going to chase you down and be like, Mama, I need you, Mama, this, Mama, that. And it's just to be needed, to be loved, to be someone's whole world. Like, I've never felt that. And I think personally for me in my journey and where I've come from, I think God gave me this, though I wasn't prepared, because he probably, God knows best, because this is the best thing that I need right now in my life. So the love that I feel for this little human growing in me, I've named him already. I think it's a boy. And just this is mine, okay? This is my thing. And I feel blessed to have him. If you stayed with me so far, thank you so very much. My name is Zakia Kunge, and this is my YouTube page where I am sharing with you today 5 things that I wish I had known before I got pregnant. Let's go through them again. The first one is physically, it's going to be the hardest thing you've ever done. Mentally is going to be difficult as well. Emotionally, it's a roller coaster. The fourth thing is acne. The fifth thing is you're going to feel so much love. Anyone who says pregnancy is not a disease has never ever been pregnant before, because this shit is hard. This is a disease. It is typhoid, it is malaria, it is fever, it is everything. Okay, so your life is going to physically change. I'm ranting. Your life is going to physically change. For the first few months, first trimester is different for every woman. There are a few very blessed and lucky women who don't like first trimester is okay, but for the majority of women, I know personally, I have two sister-in-laws. My mother, my neighbor, a friend, personal experiences. These are women who went through a hard time. So most likely, if you're like the majority of women, the first trimester, it is going to kick your ass. It's going to be difficult, and it's hard getting back into work. So yeah, apart from the fact that physically pregnancy generally kicks ass. Okay, it's going to be one of the hardest things that you have ever done. Apart from that, from now on, everything that you do in your life, you have to factor your baby into it, like your diet, your work, your career, your plans, your goals, even going out. So these are things that you have to factor in your life. So if you stay with me this far, thank you so much. Let me know in the comments below. Are you a mother? Are you an expectant mother? Do you know anyone who's going through pregnancy? Did you go through the same things that I went through? Are there things that you want to share with me? Let's, this is a community. I have not had this baby yet. So, I want to learn as much as possible so that I can have the most beautiful journey ever. And I also want to share my journey with you, because there are people who probably need this information so that their pregnancy and their babies are going to be so much happier and healthier. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to follow me on social media at ZAKIAKUNGE, and send me all your love and your prayers and your hugs as I am back on this journey. Thank you so much for being with me, guys. See you soon. Again.